Welcome once again to the channel. I'm your host Octane, and this week we got a really good deck. However, I didn't get much from the vault. I have got enough coins to craft one of the cards. Personally, I would craft the ultra rare, which I believe is the best of the two cards. Now let's start with the ultimate form for this week, Culinary Kings. And Culinary Kings will create 6 Power Gem 6s, then it will upgrade all Fire Power Gems on the board. And it's not gonna just upgrade them to 1 level higher, it's gonna upgrade them to 2 level higher, making it a really good utility card going forward. It's got a free turn cooldown and it's got 2 passive. The first passive is called Save the Trimmings, and this will create 3 Fire Power Gem 4s at the start of each turn. The second passive is a Food Coma. If 7 or more Fire Power Gem 6s, if 7 or more Fire Power Gem 6s or higher are on the board, it will delay the enemy turn count by 1. This passive has got a 5 turn cooldown, so you're only able to use this passive every 5 turns. This card will dispel chaos, which can be a very nasty debuff, because your deck will create a few power gem or quite a bit of power gem passively, so you'll need to dispel chaos. However, this card, as I said, is a really good card, not only for this event but for a future fire event. Doesn't matter if it's Slayer or Commander, this card will upgrade all fire gems on the board to 2 level higher, which makes it a really good utility card going forward. Now, the Master Collection card, Gorlock the Butcher. So the Butcher will create 6 Fire Power Gem 6s. Doesn't create Fire Power Gem 5s or 4. It creates Fire Power Gem 6s, which is really good. So we can see the meta going into the new year. So throughout the rest of this year into the new year, Fire Power Gem 6s are gonna become like the basic Fire Power Gem. Any Fire Power Gem below that level is not really gonna give you a massive bang for your buck. Anything 6 or above is gonna give you a real massive bang for your buck. Now, your cards which you have collected, if you've been playing for as long as I've been playing for almost 3 years. Next March will make 3 years since I've been playing this game. I've been doing YouTubing for just over 2 years, and I've collected quite a lot of cards. Now, my Generation 2 cards, which are Master Collections and Ultra Rares, no Ultimate Forms, because Ultimate Forms came in during the introduction of the new Generation 3 cards. Those are pretty much useless. They're just collector's item, along with some of your Generation 3 cards which we collected last year. They are pretty much collector's items. Some of the cards that we've collected this year are becoming relics as well. Pretty much just collector's items, because they really and truly aren't able to perform in the new meta that we have. So the meta has changed once again. So let's look at the passive for this one. It will create 3 Power Gem 4s passively each turn, and this one will dispel Slumber. So Slumber will affect all of your passive ability. There's just one. I think the Golems is not really effective as long as you're using High Performance Unit Area. High Performance Unit Area will dispel it, but most decks out there will be affected by Slumber unless you've got a card to dispel Slumber. So the Master Collection card dispels Slumber. Now the Ultra Rare. The Ultra Rare, which is Master Chef, upgrades all Fire Power Gem on the board to 2 rank higher. It's got 3 turn cooldown, and it's got 1 passive, which is food coma. If 7 or more fire power gem 6s or higher are on the board, it will delay the enemy turn count by 1. It's got 5 turn cooldown, as you know, and this one dispels traitor. So traitor is almost like thorns, where when you attack, you take some damage when you attack the boss, as long as you're hit with traitor. So this one is the best of the 2 cards. If, like myself, you're only able to craft one of these cards, I would craft Master Chef, because it is a better card going forward, because it upgrades all fire power gems on the board. So this is a brilliant card. For those of you out there who are quite lucky, if you manage to obtain 2 or 3 copies of this card, it will be quite great, because you can upgrade your fire power gems on the board. So you will need a card to actually create some fire power gems, then you can upgrade it. Your ultimate form does create fire power gems, which is quite good. This week, if you manage to get the ultimate form today, so for 24 hours, starting from, if you're in the UK, 12 o'clock last night, if you're in America, it's a different time, until the event starts, if you get your ultimate form at 1 pink star, you get the 2nd pink star free. So if you're lucky enough to get 2 ultra rares, and you crafted the Master Collection card and got the shiny Master Collection card, you will be able to get your ultimate form of the 3 pink stars, which is not bad. Okay, so let's look at the event card, which is Huntress Natasha, and this one will create 5 power gem 4s, and it's got a 3-turn cooldown. It's got a passive. It creates 2 fire power gem 3s at the start of each turn. So this is not bad, not brilliant, but not bad, because as I said, going forward, I think fire power gem 6s is gonna be like the basic fire power gem. Before it used to be fire power gem 1, now it's changed from fire power gem 1. The basic is 5 and 6s. So fire power gem 4s probably sooner or later are gonna become like a thing of the past on event card, hopefully, but they're not really upgrading the support cards and the event cards, because I think support cards can at least produce power gem 1s, because just creating ordinary power gems nowadays doesn't really do much for your deck. So if you had, like, say for example, this support card, which creates 10 fire power gem, 10 fire power gems, yeah, you don't, if you activate this card first, you will not overwrite the fire gems with your fire power gems, so you'll be able to crush the gems. But if you're creating like fire power gem 1s, this will be more applicable to the current meta. Even if it created, say, 5 power gem 1s and 5 fire gems, it would be a far better support card for me. It heals, but as I said, the heal is minute. It's minuscule. You won't notice the heal at all unless this card will heal you for, say, 5% of your maximum HP. If this card actually healed you for 5% of your maximum HP, then you'll be doing far better heal. Even 1% of your maximum HP, you would actually notice the heal. This would be a far better healer, but healing you for 500% of the hero recovery plus 500% for every power gem that's on the board, your gems are gonna crush. Unless it's gonna heal you every time you create fire power gems on the board, then that would be a bit different. But even saying that, you won't really notice the heal from even, say, 2 or 3 of these cards on your deck. So support cards, I think the only purpose they've got in the game at the moment is to be dust, to get your dust to create your ultimate form. So that is your deck for this week. It's a really good deck. From my perspective, it's a really, really good deck. However, looking at the news feed for this week, and my wife hasn't been playing for a while, so I'm gonna see if I reactivate her account if she's gonna get the full deck, because according to the news link for this week, which is here, if somebody start playing legendary once again, they might get the full deck. Okay, so read the news link. There's a lot in the news link. Not gonna go through it because there's quite a lot here, but my main concern is, as I said, I've been playing the game for almost 3 years and I've been VIP for quite some time, and for me it's a kick in the teeth that I am not appreciated for my consistency in the game. Consistency being VIP, consistency playing the game each week. I really feel disrespected, just to put it quite straight. Disrespected, disappointed, but I shouldn't really feel this way because I've been playing this game for a while now and I know what network is like. Network doesn't really they don't really reward consistency, and they don't reward loyalty. They don't reward you if you spend, they don't reward you if you're VIP. Personally, I don't think they respect the people, the community as a whole. I don't think they respect us as the people who actually play their game. Where again they're getting most of the information from is beyond me, because I've spoken on a lot of things within the game. I know I'm not one of the people that they'll look at and say, oh yeah, let's listen to Octane because Octane does videos about our game. They won't listen to me anyway because I'm not very what would you call it now? I'm not well connected. I'm just some guy making videos about their game, so I'm not well connected, so they're not gonna listen to me anyway. But if they were to listen to me, I would say reward people who have been playing this game for a long period of time. You've got people who've been playing this game since the start of the game. You've got people who have been VIP since the moment they started playing this game. You need to reward people like those to keep them, not try to get people who have left the game back to the game, because personally I believe there's a reason why a lot of these people actually left the game in the first place. Because last week somebody left the guild. They were in the guild for 2 weeks and they left the guild, and the comment that they made was, it's no problem with you guys, I have nothing against you guys in the guild, it's just that I just remembered why I stopped playing this game. So basically they left the guild and they just stopped playing the game. And if I were to leave the game, I would know exactly why I stopped playing the game, so I wouldn't come back anyway, because the problem would always be there. Because the problem that I find with this game has been there since day one. I got the deck last week and I played for a few days and then I stopped. So I'm currently in the Kings League. I used to be in Emperor League, but I was demoted to Kings League because I didn't play. I was kicked from a really good guild a few months ago because I didn't play as much anymore. The current guild that I'm in, I've been in that guild before, and I was in that guild for a number of years before I left to go to another guild. Then I came back. But people in the guild who knows me know that I used to play quite a lot before, but now I don't really play as much. The guild leader, the original guild leader, doesn't play at all. So a lot of people are leaving the game because the game is becoming very boring. Yes, it's a business, but it can't always be about cash. It has to be about the community as well, because you need people to actually play your game. In my culture, they have a saying to say, encouragement sweetens labor. So if you encourage people to play the game, they will play the game. If you encourage people to spend, they will spend. But you have to give something back to the community. I mean, yeah, they gave us this thing where you log on every day and collect a few stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, that is just a drop in the ocean comparing to what a lot of people spend on this game. You have to give back to the community. So if Network is actually listening, I know the festive season is coming around. Yes, it's Thanksgiving in America. Happy Thanksgiving to all Americans in the United Kingdom. So we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you. All of my subscribers living in the USA, happy Thanksgiving. But yes, you're giving a bit for Thanksgiving. Getting into the festive period, which is going to be in a few weeks, I would expect network to give the community something really good. Not something that we need to spend money on, but reward the loyalty of your players. Reward your VIP players, even those who are not VIP but have been playing for a long period of time. They're putting a lot of time, a lot of effort to actually build their collection, to actually play your game, to make your game what it is. Give back to the community, and that's all I would say about that. Legend trials, yeah, I've noticed that there's something new. Legend duel, I haven't tried it because for me most of these things are boring. You play, you don't get what you want, and you play, you invest time, money, and yeah, just not working. Proving ground, when it first came out, a lot of people said wow, even myself said wow, because you could actually craft a card, but quickly realized that it was absolutely useless, because as you can notice, I haven't actually crafted my choice coin for this season. I'm gonna craft my choice coin right now. Sold out. I should actually be able to craft 2 choice coin, because you've got prospective 10 cards in the season, the set of cards from that particular season that you can craft. So you got these 2 which are water, these 2 which are dark, these 2 which are earth, then you got your light, and you got your fire. So the last 2 would be Merit the Brown, and it's ultra rare, and that would create Blitzkrieg Beast. If you were to craft Merit the Brown, you can't craft the ultra rare to make the ultimate form. And you still got 4 other ultimate forms that you can't craft. So what's the point? If you were able to craft 2 choice coin, you could at least craft one of these ultimate form from those 10 cards that are gonna be taken from the stores. But you can't really craft much. Now I've got 1 choice coin, and what do I want to actually craft from the store? Nothing really, because the best one you've got is either the Inglorious Outlaw or Annie, which gives you the Untable Twosome. The earth isn't really that good. The dark, don't really want that. This one, Ready Combat Crew. You can Crew Chief Ryland or Queen at Arm Annie. Those will give you Ready Combat Crew. That is alright. Not brilliant, but it's alright. I've got Wandering Clan already. So there's not really much in here I would want to craft, but to upgrade, I could upgrade my Blitzkrieg Beast, or I could upgrade my Untamable Twosome. But as I said, I only can craft 1 of the cards within the Proving Ground store, and I've been saying it for months now that we need to be able to craft actually 2 coins per season. Now I've got 64,000 coins, and that's set to increase because we do have events like the last one which gives you coins, but you can't really use your coins, so what's the point having all these coins? So that's just a waste of time. You've got the fire dungeon as well. This one, as you can see, I've got over 1,000 daily dungeon coins. I don't really use them because most of the cards anyway that needs the material are useless. Then you've got your fire trial as well. This one I've got quite a bit of material and I've got quite a bit of the coins that you get from this one. Let's see how much coins I've got. I've got 870. I used a few the other day. I had 1,200. Just use a few. No, actually I had 6,000, and I use most of it to get my fire deck up to max, which yeah, you got your scavenge missions, you got your craft potion missions. I often send people out in these ones. It's just a habit, really. I don't really need anything that comes from it. It's primarily, for me, it's just a habit to send people out on these. Gear dungeon, as I said, I don't it's only because I've actually got the tickets, the loot tickets, why I still do these. If I had to physically play through them, I wouldn't play through them. Most people don't play through them anyway. Experience, I used to farm experience. I don't farm experience anymore. Can't be bothered. Forge boss, some of the time I do my forge bosses. Most of the time I don't do my forge bosses. Yeah. Guild Wars, I still do my Guild Wars, but personally for me, the game is becoming quite boring, and it's because I don't feel rewarded, and it's not just a feeling. All of you guys who play the game out there, if you've been playing it for a while, you don't really feel rewarded, you don't feel appreciated. For the new guys who have started the game, yeah, the game is exciting, it's nice, but after a while, trust me, you'll be exactly where I am, because a lot of people have been exactly where I am, where they get quite sick and tired of the same old BS that you get from network. So it's a brilliant deck. If you've got the kind, please do craft this deck. It's a really brilliant deck. It's a really powerful deck. If you haven't got the coins but you're thinking of spending your gems, personally, don't go start spending a lot of money to craft this ultimate form, because trust me, there's gonna be a next deck next week, or deck after, or deck next year, and it's just gonna cost you more and more and more and more and more, because this game is all about spending. So save your money, be smart with your gems, and just enjoy the game as best as you can. If you're struggling in Emperor League, I would say just come down to Kings League, where I am. It's much more better. It's much more peaceful. It's enjoyable because you can play when you want, how you want. You don't have to constantly be in the game, because let's be honest, this game can take a lot of your time, and trust me, life comes first. The game is just something that you should enjoy in your spare time. So just before I go, let me just speak about the 3 additional cards. Now you've got ultra rare, event card, and you've got a support card. Of these 3, I would say this one is the best. This is a ultra rare from a really old deck. It's the best of the 3. Not really gonna give you much in the way of damage, but at least it's something. All right, so it's a good deck. It's a good utility deck going forward. I will try the 500 gem for tomorrow, see if I get the Master Collection card. If I do, then I'll have the deck. But the way I see it is, if you haven't got the deck for this week event, you're not going to be able to compete against the people who've actually got the deck. Now, I haven't got the deck, so there's no point of me making possible deck combination, because there's no possible combination that's actually going to compete against this deck. Trust me, no way, no how. Mixed deck don't work anymore, so you're not going to put together a mixed deck and boost it with, say, the jailers or the golems to actually compete against this deck. So no point of me making possible deck combination tomorrow. So going forward, it will be, if I get the deck and if there is a possible deck, I will make possible deck combination. If not, I will not make possible deck combination. There's no possible deck combination to actually go up against this deck to compete in any way, shape, nor form. So I probably If I don't get the master collection card tomorrow, we'll just complete the collection and just forget about the event. So that's it for me today. Sorry to leave you on a bad note, but just to give a shout out to all of you guys out there. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your comment. Just good luck in your draws. Enjoy the event when it starts. And for those of you in America, have a great Thanksgiving. Bye for now.